going to do this. Yeah, you got to walk with me. Like, what's my next step? And I went in to see Randy Cox, my publisher.
Yeah, Evergreen, yeah.
And Randy said, I want to talk to you. He says, there's this group called Higher Ground, and they're looking for a piano player. And I remember before he could even finish, he went, I'll take the job. I'll take the job. Well, but would you like to meet him? I'll take the job. And I felt like that was just, that was a way forward. And
a way out of your situation, yes, out of these patterns that you established.
Exactly, and I joined them, and those guys nurtured me back to health for 8 months.
Wow. And
then I left Higher Ground, decided an exclusive songwriting thing with Evergreen, and started writing songs for Amy. I mean, it was just, and then all this stuff started turning around, writing with Bill and Gloria Gaither, and and then before you know it, I was trying to get a record deal, met Debbie. That's the whole, all that happened.
And that story is incredible in itself.
Crazy. So
yeah, that's working for Paragon Music, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go to Benson. You need to be telling the story. But you go to the Benson company to I don't know.
Over in Metro Center.
Over in Metro Center, and this gorgeous babe walks through the lobby, as I recall you telling the story, and you finish it from there. Yeah, I was over there to meet with Bob McKenzie about a record deal, and had no interest in dating anybody. I mean, I knew I'd get married one day, but my head was into the music thing. I'm focused. Right. And she walked by and just made eye contact, and man, my heart was beating 100 miles an hour. And she walked back by 5 minutes later, and I ran to an office and called my mom in West Virginia. And I'm just talking 100 miles a minute, just raving about this woman. Mom, you're going to love her. She's amazing, and I think she's my soulmate. She's incredible. And my mom said, "What's her name?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know. You hadn't even met her yet.
Hadn't even met her. So I found her in the warehouse, and she actually was at the restroom, so I hung out outside the women's restroom. She walked down, and I introduced myself, and
oh, that's great.
About 4 days later, we went out on our first date, and
really?
3.5 weeks later, we were engaged, and then
3.5 weeks.
4 months later, we were married.
Michael, you don't recommend.
I don't recommend this.
Okay.
But it's when I talk to young people.
This
but
is
you know what? I just
rule.
thought love at first sight would never happen to me. That was not going to be the way it would be for me.
Now, if Debbie were here right now, would she say the same thing, that she saw you and
yeah, I think she knew that I was sitting in the chair. I think she recognized that. Yes.
So that first date, you guys had a really strong feeling.
Yeah, it was it wasn't until it wasn't. I knew. Yeah. After the first date, I mean, we went to 3 different parks. We walked, and I played her music, and I remember taking her home. And then she came to the studio the next night, right here on Music Row. I was doing a demo session. We'd spent a little time together before that, but she came to the session, and then she told me later as she drove home from that studio back home that she cried all the way home.
Why?
Because she was falling in love. Not with a doctor and moving to Africa, but she was falling in love with a musician. And but it was I think it was like, I'm falling in love with this guy, but it's sort of not what she. No.
Wow.
She could probably give you all the details.
I was going to say.
She's listening right now, and I love you.
That's another show. But the two of you wrote some amazing songs. I mean, Friends. Friends wasn't the first hit you had, but it's the song you will do for the rest of your life, right? You're still.
Didn't know I have to, but I will. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you do at every concert, don't you? Yeah. And it's a song that, well, it just goes with people. It just connects with people like so many songs do. But that song. And that was not written. It's not that you sat down and said, "All right, let's write a commercial hit." That was a heartfelt song to a fellow, a believer in a Bible study that you just wrote as a goodbye gift, right?
Yeah. Simple, nothing extraordinary about it, really. I mean, it's a great lyric. Deb did an amazing job. But why does it work? It just works. It connects.
And yet the stories that you've heard from that song.
They're endless.
Yeah, endless and really hard to even listen to some. Yeah. All right, talking about Debbie in this new project called Wonder, which we kind of start giving away some copies here in a few moments. we want to play a song. You've written songs over the years for Debbie. So I wish you could see the smile on this guy's face right now. You've written songs for Debbie on a number of other albums before.
Yeah.
But you've wrote a song for her, at least one of this album.
There's two. One, You Belong to Me, and then Forever Yours. There's something about this melody and lyric that just, I love how this describes our relationship and how I feel about her.
Okay. Let's put Lila to work right now. Folks, let's give away a copy of Michael W. Smith. And we got him autographed, right?
We did.
We did? Okay. Caller 6 and 7, 737-0929. That's the number you need to call. And we're going to listen to the song called Forever Yours. Here's Michael W. Smith from Wonder on Mix 92.9.